make him pay for shooting in because you know, I got a little something for Michael Bisping.
Wrestling advantage Cung Le in that fight, no doubt. People don't forget this guy started in wrestling.
Hi, this question is for Luke. I'm a really big fan. I just was wondering, what's your stance on the ruling on TRT usage in the UFC, and do you think Vitor will pass his next random drug test?
I'm skeptical of the second part of that. You know, I'm glad they took out TRT. I think it was a way for people to mask their steroid use and to cover that up. So, yeah, I mean, people are just abusing that. I'm a fan of them outlawing that, and you know, and all the extra drug testing they're doing. I'm a big fan of a clean sport, and I'm glad they're making strides to make that you know, push it there. Yeah. I don't know. You know, my guess is something happens along the way. You know, we'll just leave it at that.
All right, thank you.
I'll be ready to go for December if need be.
Thank you.
This is a question for Luke. Not trying to call you out, but you put something on Twitter asking Bisping to win his next fight, so you could have a chance to.
Come on, Luke.
Not trying to call you out.
I didn't say ask him to win this fight.
You said.
I said.
Please win your fight.
I said please win a fight.
So I can get at you.
Please win a fight, so the UFC will let me fight you.
So my question to you is,
because the ruling is they will not let Bisping fight me unless.
I guess my question was, so when he loses his next fight,
yeah,
would you still ask for Bisping?
I mean, there's just
no opportunity.
There's no hope for that.
Yeah. So Kung's going to kill that opportunity.
I have all the faith in Cung. I think Bisping is I don't know where his head's at, but man, I would love to.
So who's next?
Because he just can't stop running his mouth. I don't get it.
So who's next since Bisping won't be an option?
I don't know. I'm open for whatever.
Chris Weidman.
Yeah, that's what. Ask for the title.
I'll be ready to go, but I mean, I don't know, man. The divisions, I'm in a weird spot right now. Vanderlei called me out the other day in a weird way. So I can't really take him seriously right now.
I will. I'll take that on.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Jacare Mousasi. You know, I'd be open to fighting the winner of that. Me and Jacare had a close fight. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll be ready to go for the title too if need be. If something happens to Vitor. So
6 months, 3 belts at AKA. That sounds really good right now.
It's a really good, you know, really
Thanks,
good chance
guys.
of that. I think so.
What's up? This question's for Luke, right here. Yeah, it's no secret that AKA is home for some of the baddest dudes on the planet. And with that being said, I want to know who gets the better of who when DC and Kane go at it in practice. I know you got the inside scoop.
Really? You really think I don't talk about training like some people. We keep that in house. You know, we all, you know, kick each other's ass, and that's how the game goes. You know, everyone has off days and on days, and you know, we're all champions in our gym, and that's why we just keep pushing each other to be the best. And you know, all I can say is, you know, I can't comment on that. You know, we're all good. You know, it's fun.
And one more for Luke. I don't know if you have a fight schedule next, but if you don't, do you know who you want next besides Belfort or Bisping?
Kind of the question was right there. I mean, I'm open for whatever. I mean, if I could fight the winner of Jacare Mousasi or possibly get the title shot if something happens to Vitor. So I don't know. We'll see. Whatever opens up. I want a good fight, and I don't want to take another step backwards. I believe I'm in a good position right now to be as a #1 contender or fight for the title. I've beaten Jacare. I've beaten Tim Kennedy. Maybe, you know, winner Tim Kennedy, Yoel Romero. You know, I want a big fight. I want to fight for the title. That's what I want.
Thanks, Luke.
Hey, Cung, I have no doubt that you're going to take out Bisping, but good luck trying to get that guy to quit talking, you know. Hey, my serious question, though. You know, with all these folks taking Jesus juice and different things to help them make babies, whatnot, you know, excuses. But, you know, you guys are pro and you guys are legit. I have no doubt about it. And I don't think anyone here does. But, for those young up-and-comers that might feel the pressure, where folks are maybe taking things, or they feel like they're taking things to get that advantage. Maybe they don't want to, but maybe they feel the pressure to maybe take something or do something they're not supposed to level the playing field out. What would you say to those folks to, maybe just, stay away from that temptation?
Just put in your time, train hard and smart at the same time, and make sure your diet and your intake in water and your coaches are all in sync with each other.
This is for, hello? This is for Cung. You worked with Dave Bautista on, I believe it was Man with the Iron Fist. Did you give him any tips on, any training tips? And do you see that, since he did do MMA before, going in and out of movies, do you see him being a better MMA fighter than an actor?
Dave Bautista, he trains in jiu-jitsu, and he trains very hard. Actually, in the gym, I didn't have much, tips to give him. He had his set routine, and I had my set routine, and we just went in there and gutted it out when we had the time. During a movie set, it's very hard to, for anything to go on after, 15, 16 hours of working and depending on the conditions or the weather or whatever, by the time you get back to your hotel, you just want to sleep. So, Dave and I, we're one of those guys that will get in, we come back to our hotel, go to the gym real quick, then go to sleep. So,
thank you.
Hey, Cung and Luke. I think you both have some expertise in this area. So I was wondering, in the last 2 years, there's been a lot of talk about trash talking in MMA. There's a lot of people that think, oh, you can talk your way into a title shot, or you can talk your way into making yourself more marketable. And Chael Sonnen, he's really great at that. But every time somebody meets him, they always say, you know what, he's a really nice guy, even though he trash talks so much. Michael Bisping, he kind of does the same thing, except every time you hear him or somebody say that he's a nice guy, it's him. He's the first one that says, I'm actually not as bad as I sound. Do you think that he's naturally unlikable, or is he doing the same thing Chael does?
I think Bisping's just a genuine douche, Chael does put on an act, and he's been the most respectful guy ever since the beginning, when I first met him. Yeah, but that's my opinion. Chael plays a role, Bisping plays himself.
I agree.
Thank you.
All right, we got 3 more questions.
This question is both of you guys can answer. You guys, obviously, as fighters, know the difficulty can be cutting weight. But recently, Mike Dolce came out and said one of your teammates, DC, he thinks he can make 185. Do you see that being possible? I honestly believe when he made weight for Patrick Cummings, I was like, that dude can make 185. I honestly believe, but
I would do the over/under on that one.
Mike Dolce better take a step back. Kane's got heavyweight, DC's got light heavyweight, I got middleweight. That's how our gym rolls.
Thank you.
DC's Louisiana thick, man. He's got that big barrel chest. He would lose all his personality if he made it down to 85. And I don't think Fox needs that, right? Because they need him to commentate. He's the color of commentating for Fox right now. So.
This question is for both of you. Luke, we know that you're a surfer, and that probably helps a lot with training. But being from Tahoe, I've seen that Diaz runs the marathons up there, and not just to do it at altitude, but just to do it out in the outdoors. And also, I met Ian McCall out there, who's doing training at altitude, but also doing the hikes up there. And I was just wondering, what are your guys' favorite outdoor activities for training?
Surfing. I like to get out there in the water for sure. For things that help me in my training, I don't like to spread myself too thin. I like to be sport specific in my training. I like to get a little release every once in a while and go out and surf and play golf, and that helps me mentally. I think get back in the gym and go to that day-to-day grind. Just running outdoors and that. I mean, for the most part, it's I think sport specific. Get in the gym and do everything that you can, to focus on your goals and be the best at fighting in general.
I got kids. I should run around the park and make sure they don't stick their finger in the socket and kill each other.
Thank you.
All right. This question is for Cung Lee. What was it like knocking out Jim Carrey, and where did you get that shirt?
Well, it was Rich Franklin that I knocked out, but it was a really great feeling. I was a big underdog, and a lot of people expected the kicks to come, and we worked a lot on my hands, and I feel very fortunate that he took that fight, and we had we got a chance to headline on the first fight in China for UFC, and this shirt you can get it on. It's a company called Bow and Arrow.
Thank you.
All right, 2 more questions, and then that's it.
Luke,
What's up, little man?
How did his Vitor's feet smell like?
What do you say?
Smell like TRT.
I knew I was going to say that.
Hi, this is a question for both of you guys, and as the sport of UFC continues to evolve and to make sure that the fighters are not exploited like, pit bulls in a stable, what is the best strategy possible, and what have you learned through trial and error through your own careers? What's the best strategy as a fighter to coming into this business?
You got this, Come on.
Train hard and win.
Okay.
Train hard, win. I mean, I think it's just dedicate yourself to being the best you can be. Live with no regrets. You live once, and just put every last ounce of yourself, mentally and physically, you can into what you love in anything in life. If you have a passion, follow it.
But do you feel like joining this organization, do you feel like they have the upper hand on you? Do there times where you feel like you have no options, or like what's your strategy in approaching on stuff like that? UFC
is the biggest and baddest promotion in the world. There's no other promotion that's even close. So, of course, you got to work your way up. It's almost like there's the AAA league, the AA, the minor leagues. Then when you graduate or you get drafted into the major leagues, you're fighting for the UFC.
Okay, understandable.
This is where it's at. This is where you dreamed of, your whole life, and I'm glad to be here, and anything they put in front of me, let's take it.
Yeah, listen, even in the prelims, people should know, even that first fight tomorrow night, those people are fighting at a level. There are no easy fights in UFC.
No.
I've known that. I've worked for these guys a long time, and people watch the prelims, and they think there are no easy fights. If you have that guy that lost in the prelims come into our gym and roll with us, he smokes everybody, right? Other than the
100%.
fighters. I mean, just goes through everybody. All right, I'm going to tell you a little Michael Bisping story that I've got. I always try to tell the fans something they don't know. Now, first of all, I think Michael's a good guy. And I know you guys, because he's been nice to me, so that's all I can tell you. Unlike some people.
He was nice to me until he got in front of a camera.
Yeah. So Michael Bisping, I'm down in Brazil, faces off with Vitor. And you know how religious Vitor is. And he leans over and whispers in his ear.
He only speaks about God every 2 seconds.
Yeah, he leans over and whispers in his ear, "There is no God." And I remember thinking, he's going to get his ass kicked for saying that. And it truly pissed Vitor off. And you saw what happened. I mean, so sometimes maybe you can check your words a little bit.
Well, here you go. Here's a perfect example.
Listen,
might just happen again in a couple weeks here.
That's right. So, ladies, okay, so the winner of the contest, I'm going to give it to the 2 young men. You, because your question wasn't very good, but I liked, from Dad or whatever, it was good. Or, yeah, there you go. And then the other kid that asked about waking up in the morning, where's that guy? I don't see him. Okay, so what I want you to do is after this is over, just come down or have your dads come down, and I'll give you one of my business cards and tell you how I'm going to get you your merchandise, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, truly 2 of the best guys in the sport, Cung Lee and Rockhold.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon.